Humans answered a distress call that was never sent to them. That sentence should not exist. I know because I was the one who transmitted the signal. My name cannot be spoken by human mouths. The closest translation is Observer Kale. I belong to the silent chorus. We did not fight. We measured. We predicted. Across 14,000 inhabited systems, our calculations had never failed. When civilizations cried for help, only allies answered. Enemies ignored. Predators waited. The universe respected distance. Humans did not. That was my first mistake. The distress beacon came from the Varn Expanse. A peaceful trade cluster. No military. No defenses. No strategic value. Only refugees. They were being erased. An empire known as the Krell Dominion had surrounded every colony. They did not invade worlds. They starved them. They shut down trade lanes. Destroyed harvest satellites. Poisoned atmospheres one particle at a time. It was slower than war. Far crueler. The Varn begged for help. Every neighboring civilization refused. Not because they lacked compassion. Because survival demanded mathematics. Helping meant becoming the next target. So they watched. As did we. Observation without interference was sacred. Then the Varn leader activated the final beacon. Not addressed to anyone. Not encoded for allies. It was simply a scream. A signal thrown into darkness. I recorded it. Archived it. Prepared the extinction report. Then every sensor aboard my station screamed. An impossible hyperspace rupture opened beyond the system. One ship emerged. Black. Angular. Scarred. No diplomaticales. No imperial insignia. Just one word painted across its hull. Mercy. Humans. I searched every Deathworlders. Primitive gravity survivors. Unstable emotional predators. Dangerous. Predictable. They always defended their own. Never strangers. I relaxed. The ship would leave after identifying the beacon. Instead, it accelerated straight toward the no communication. No negociation. No hosetastion. I calculated the outcome. One human cruiser. 412 Krell warships. Probability of human survival. 0. The answer appeared before my calculation completed. The cruiser fired. Not weapons. Broadcasts. Thousands of frequencies. Every language. Every code. Even extinct dialects. Only one sentence. We heard you. Confusion spread through the Krell fleet. I analyzed human psychology. Simple. Territorial mammals. They must believe the refugees carried hidden human assets. Perhaps rare minerals. Perhaps biological samples. Greed explained everything. It always had. Then the refugees answered. We don't know you. The human cruiser transmitted again. You asked for help. Not from you. Another pause. Then, you asked anyway. The cruiser entered the blockade. Alone. The Krell opened fire. Space became white. Missile. Particle lances. Graviton beams. Enough energy to split moons. The human vessel vanished inside exploding light. I recorded its destruction. Case closed. Except, the explosions moved. The cruiser emerged. Armor burning. Hull cracked. Still advancing. Impossible. Its engines should have failed. Its reactor should have collapsed. Instead, acceleration increased. I corrected my analysis. Humans valued sacrifice above logic. They intended glorious suicide. That explained everything. Then they broke my theory again. The cruiser did not attack command ships. It attacked supply carriers. Fuel. Ammunition. Repair docks. Food transports. One by one. Precise. Merciless. The Krell formation dissolved. I understood. Humans hunted the arteries, not the heart. A terrifying strategy, yet still foolish. Numbers always won. Always. The Krell deployed boarding swarms. Thousands of assault craft surrounded the lone cruiser. No escape. I magnified the visual feed. Human Marines waited behind sealed doors. No fear. No panique. Some were laughing. Predators often displayed aggression before death. Yes. That fit. The boarding craft attached. Hull breaches erupted. Combat began. I expected minutes. Hours passed. The Krell assault never returned. Instead, escape pods drifted away, filled with Krell soldiers. Alive. Disarmed. Terrified. One repeated the same sentence during interrogation. They smiled. I dismissed the report. Trauma hallucinations. Humans did not smile during combat. Then another survivor arrived. Then another. All repeated identical testimony. They kept asking if we were hungry. Absurd. Combat records must be corrupted. Predators did not feed enemies, especially while surrounded. The pattern no longer made sense. Patterns were everything. Without patterns, prediction died. My confidence weakened. Only slightly. The Krell commander finally entered battle personally. His flagship eclipsed cities. A fortress wrapped in antimatter shields. No vessel had ever breached them. The human cruiser stopped. Finally. Fuel exhausted. Damage critical. Their surrender was inevitable. The flagship opened a channel. This system belongs to the Dominion. The human captain appeared. Old. Gray-haired. Calm. No. One word. Nothing more. The channel closed. The flagship unleashed its primary cannon. The beam crossed space. The cruiser disappeared again. This time, nothing emerged. Debris scattered. Silence returned. My calculations stabilized. Order restored. The pattern survived. The refugees wept. The Krell celebrated. I finalized the extinction report. Human intervention failed. Then every long-range sensor detected new hyperspace signatures. 1, 5, 20, 300. No. More. Thousands. Hyperspace itself began to glow. The Krell commander stopped transmitting. Even our station trembled. That had never happened before. Entire sectors folded like liquid. I increased sensor resolution. The impossible became visible. The first cruiser had never come alone. It had come first. Wave after wave of human warships emerged from impossible vectors. Old ships. New ships. Massive carriers. Tiny escorts. Hospital vessels. Engineering platforms. Civilian transports converted into fleet tenders. Every design imaginable. No uniformity. No perfect formation. Chaos. Organized chaos. Their fleet should not have functioned. It moved like a living organism. Each ship filled gaps before each maneuver anticipated failures before they happened. The Krell froze. Even I forgot to breathe. Human transmissions flooded every frequency. Not battle orders. Not threats. Roll calls. Medical requests. Engineering updates. Supply inventories. Someone asked if children had been evacuated. Another requested fresh water production. Someone complained about at the edge of annihilation. I reached one unavoidable conclusion. Humans did not understand war. They had mistaken an extinction battle for a rescue mission. And somehow, I believed I finally understood the humans. That belief lasted exactly 12 seconds. The Krell commander regained his voice. Every surviving battleship formed a defensive wall. Antimatter shields ignited. Orbital canons aligned. Millions of targeting beams crossed the darkness. It looked perfect. Mathematically perfect. No fleet could penetrate such a formation, especially not one assembled from mismatched ships. The humans advanced anyway. Not quickly. Not dramatically. Calmly. Like a tide that had already decided where the shore would end. I searched for their supreme commander. None existed. No flagship issued commands. No central intelligence coordinated movements. Impossible. Then I found the answer. Every ship talked to every other ship. Every captain argued. Every engineer suggested. Every medic interrupted. Every pilot complained. Chaos. Complete chaos. I concluded they would collapse under their own disorder. Instead, their disagreements created solutions faster than any machine could calculate. The Krell fired first. Thousands of beams struck the human formation. Warships rolled aside. Cargos jeeps absorber the impacts. Repair vessels rushed forward before damage reports finished uploading. Hospital ships pulled burning crews from vacuum. Then they returned to rescue enemy survivors. Enemy survivors. Again. I rejected the evidence. Humans must require prisoners. Nothing else explained it. The Krell commander saw the rescues too. He laughed. Kill their medics. Every Krell weapon shifted toward the white-marked hospital ships. I relaxed. Finally, a logical decision. Without medics, the human fleet would bleed to death. The first hospital ship exploded. The second lost engines. The third drifted helplessly. Human communications fell silent. Not frightened. Silent. The silence spread across thousands of ships. Every sensor, a low sound of human voices. Not shouting. Singing. I could not understand the language. But every ship joined. The melody crossed open space through directed broadcasts. Slow. Steady. Ancient. The damaged vessels stopped retreating. Instead, every combat ship turned. Toward the hospital ships. Toward danger. I misunderstood again. I believed they were shielding valuable equipment. No. They were shielding people. Not admirals. Not politicians. Doctors. Nurses. Children rescued from the Varn colonies. The entire fleet rearranged itself around the weakest vessels. Military logic collapsed. Yet somehow, their defense became stronger. The Krell attacked harder. Humans raskua faste. Every destroyed ship created 3 new openings. Every opening was filled before the smoke cleared. Then I noticed something impossible. Human civilian transports were entering the battlefield. No armor. No heavy weapons. Construction ships. Mining barges. Agricultural freighters. What are they doing? No one answered. The civilian ships deployed enormous machines. Not bombs. Factories. Entire shipyards unfolded in vacuum. Raw asteroid fragments entered one side. Fresh armor plates emerged from the other. Damaged warships docked for minutes. Then returned to battle. Still burning. Still fighting. Still singing. The Krell commander finally sounded uncertain. Destroy their factories. Hundreds of cruisers charged. The civilian ships did not run. Instead, tiny craft launched from every direction. Maintenance workers. Mechanics. Welders. Not soldiers. I concluded they were surrendering. Another mistake. The drones ignored Krell ships. They repaired damaged human fighters in open space. Pilots, they were rebuilt while flying. My predictive systems crashed. Nothing matched known warfare. The Krell commander became desperate. He activated the Dominion's final weapon. I had heard rumors. Never confirmation. A stille à relance. A device capable of igniting a star. One shot. One system erased. Even the Krell feared using it. The weapon pointed toward the Varn sun. The refugees screamed. The humans stopped singing. Complete silence. The commander smiled. Leave now. No human answered. Instead, one tiny shuttle left the fleet. Not a battleship. Not an interceptor. A shuttle. It crossed millions of kilometers alone. Ridiculous. I assumed they sought negotiation. The shuttle docked with the Stellar Lance. 3 humans entered. No weapons. No automotive suites. Just tools. Tools. The Krell laughed until explosions erupted inside the weapon. The humans were not attacking. They were dismantling it. By hand. Security teams flooded the corridors. The humans kept working. One fell. Another took the tool. Then another. The weapon shut down. The shuttle never departed. It didn't need to. The humans had already finished. The Krell commander roared with rage. His flagship charged directly into the human line. Every remaining Dominion ship followed. This was the final collision. Fleet against fleet. Extinction against defiance. Then humanity revealed the pattern I had missed from the beginning. I believe humans always came to save others. Wrong. That was only the surface. The real pattern. Humans never stopped rescuing anyone. Not allies. Not strangers. Not even enemies. As the final battle consumed space, human rescue beacons activated across every channel. Every channel. Including Dominion frequencies. Escape corridors are open. Medical aid available. Surrender is accepted. We will come for you. The Krell ignored them. Most did. Some did not. One destroyer powered down. Then 5. Then 50. Then hundreds. Entire crews abandoned the war instead of dying for an empire that would never save them. The Dominion formation cracked. Not because humans destroyed it, because humans gave it another choice. The Krell commander stood alone. His flagship fired until every weapon overheated. Then human marines boarded. I expected execution. Instead, they carried him out alive, wrapped in a thermal blanket. His own bridge was freezing. The commander stared. Why? The old human captain, the same one whose cruiser I thought destroyed, stood near. His arm was artificial now. His uniform burned. His face exhausted. He answered quietly. Because your people still need someone to tell them the war is over. No triumph. No hatrith. Only certainty. The Dominions surrendered before the next rotation. Not because their fleet was annihilated. Because they could no longer understand the species fighting them. Weeks later, I entered the Varn system myself. Human engineers rebuilt orbital stations. Children from dozens of species played together. Former Krell soldiers helped distribute food. No one trusted each other. Yet everyone worked. I approached the old captain. You answered a signal that was never sent to you. He smiled. It wasn't. The beacon had no destination. He looked toward the restored colonies. It had people. I searched for the logic. There was none. Only something my civilization had never measured. Hope. The silent chorus rewrote every predictive model that day. We removed one ancient assumption. Distance does not determine responsibility. Humans had proven that. Centuries later, every emergency beacon in explored space gained a new automatic destination. Not because humans requested it, because every civilization secretly wanted the same impossible miracle. If the darkness ever answered back, they prayed it would be the Deathworlders. And I finally understood why humans answered a distress call that was never sent to them. They never waited to be invited into someone else's survival.